For more insight on the judicial perspective of this, we want to bring in former Superior Court Judge Carl Fox, joining us now live. Judge, thank you for being with us.
Certainly, it's a pleasure, Ashley.
Guilty on all counts. Were you surprised to see that?
No, I was not surprised. I knew a lot of people who were thinking he was not going to be convicted. I don't know if my wife even believed he was going to be convicted, but I was pretty sure that he was going to be convicted of these crimes.
What made you so confident of that?
Well, you have to think of it in these terms. The case is sort of like a triangle. You've got Donald Trump at the top. You have Stormy Daniels on one side. You have Michael Cohen on the other. Now, independently, those two have no connection except with Donald Trump. So Stormy Daniels is connected to Donald Trump because she says she slept with him. And then Michael Cohen is connected to Trump because he's his, quote, fixer, unquote. So the only reason for those two to know each other or to come together is over this payment that Michael Cohen says he made of $130,000. And it doesn't make sense that he would make this up and then have to have this other person woven into it independently that he didn't know. And it doesn't make sense that he would go out and borrow $130,000 to make this payment to her if it wasn't for Donald Trump. He has no reason to do that. And he's married, and I can't imagine him going and explaining to his wife he borrowed $130,000 to pay a porn star. That would not be something that would go over very well.
All right, let's look to July 11th now. Trump's conduct was an issue with Judge Merchan throughout the trial. He was even found in contempt of court. As we look towards sentencing, how will this factor in?
Well, yeah, his conduct has been abhorrent. It has been absolutely the worst possible conduct. It's literally contemptuous of court the way he has behaved. Even after the trial, he's called this a rigged trial, a crooked judge. He's criticized everyone associated with it. And his view of it is he's the only one that's right and knows the truth. And as a judge and as a former judge and as a former prosecutor, I have seen defendants take that tact of everybody's lying but me. And it absolutely seldom works. And in this case, it didn't work. And he said he was going to testify in this case again and again and again, and he didn't. And that isn't surprising because he would have been subjected to rigorous cross-examination, and he wouldn't have known who the state might ask him about while he was on the witness stand. So he made a wise decision not testifying in this case.
Mm-hmm. But just really quick, how will his conduct play into sentencing?
Well, yeah, the judge has forgiven a lot here. Any regular Joe or regular Jane would have been locked up in jail for this trial based upon what he said about this judge and about this trial. How much it plays in, it's hard to say because he has no criminal record. And so that's a major factor. But the question is, how do you punish someone for trying to literally rig an election and change the narrative on an election? And that isn't something that should be just a probationary sentence. So I would expect him to receive some active sentence in this case, but I wouldn't be surprised if he received a probationary sentence because of his lack of record, even though his behavior is terrible.
All right. I appreciate your insights here. Thank you so much, Judge.